Today, Daphne and I will be planning a few of the more specific renovation projects here at the Chateau. But first, I need to finish replacing this door latch here. When I first started painting the gold trim in this room, I was using a small brush like this, and then I quickly realized it was going to take way longer than I expected it to. So what I found is that if you use a small sponge roller like this, then you can reach all of the trim without needing to use painter's tape, and that saved me a lot of time. Last weekend, this room was full of decorations because they used this space for the mariachi band, and they actually ended up moving out onto the moat terrace, and everybody was dancing, and they had a great time. Now that this room is complete, I can go find Daphne, and we can get started on the next project.
We want to take you guys into this space because it is one of the areas that isn't used very much. So we're thinking about turning this top area into a nursery so that during weddings, the babies have a nice quiet area to sleep and parents can party the night away. Over here, we have the smallest staircase in the chateau, and this is just a really cute little European entryway. Through this door is where I would like to set up my office. Architecturally speaking, this room is really tall, but it's also very narrow space. And then the roof or the ceiling is rounded at the top. So I think that leaves some leeway to be a little more artistic. Ian's a very good painter, and maybe he could do some cool designs for us. What do you think?
I would be riding a T-Rex with a sword.
Oh.
Or a Pegasus, if you want to keep it more like classical.
You know, I could actually really get on board with you riding Pegasus on the ceiling. That would be pretty.
Yeah.
We have this wonderful lighting that comes in through the window. I could see a little desk here, or maybe even a love seat here, and then a desk on this side, or vice versa. We have to play with that a little bit. You can see a plant over there, one coming down over there. So I think that this whole space used to be an apartment, and that this would have been the kitchen area with the sink and, the radiator. I don't know where they would have put the stove. Maybe the stove was over there. Look at these light switches. Oh! There's light that works. Did not expect that. And then check this out. We already have built-in cupboards. Whoa, wait. Let's just turn this into a kitchen. And I'll just work on the dining room table in here.
Currently, Daphne's desk is our kitchen table, which is fun until I go to make a snack.
And his snack time is pretty much every 20 minutes, so.
Yes, that is true. If I had like a nice blue or a lavender in here, then it would be a bit more relaxing, and especially if you're sitting here doing a bunch of paperwork, you're gonna want to be a little more relaxed. You could go with like a crimson blood red and just terrify your clients into paying for it. They say, oh, that's an interesting choice, but like the walls were yellow.
Or the historian from l'École du Louvre, when he came here, he was talking about all the different time periods that like different architectural pieces were resembling. So we should definitely take a minute to look at what those might look like. And I wonder if we shouldn't even go to some like surrounding chateaus to see what they've done.
Back in May, when I first pressure washed the terrace, it was coated with several years worth of grime, and I didn't even know what the stone would look like when uncovered. But I was surprised that it didn't take as long as I expected it to, and the end result was much better than I would have hoped it could be. But now it seems like I need to keep the pigeons from making another mess out of it.
I'm so happy that you cleaned this space off. I've been wanting to use this area for a long time.
Now there's so much room for activities.
If my office is in here, then Ian, your office could be in the room next door, and we could meet together outside on the terrace for lunch.
Okay.
I think we can manage this pretty easily. My grandpa went through a phase where he was buying a bunch of bamboo stuff. Kind of cool. Maybe we can even fix some of it up. Some of the stuff in here are like old movie props, and some of them are from my grandpa's art projects. But check this out. Oh, that. Oh, so many spider webs. I don't really have an issue with spiders, but somehow, every once in a while, they do get me. I prefer not to get bitten by a spider. I already got stung by a wasp this week, and that was like awful. I can't open this.
Here we see.
Come on.
Your restraint.
Okay, let's trade.
All right. Roll up my sleeve real quick.
Just be careful of the glass on the ground.
Yeah. Don't worry. I've opened windows before. And 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1.
How you doing with that window?
I'm just practicing. Got it? Oh, wow. There's like stained glass frames here.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of them are broken.
Well, maybe we can do something with them.
Yeah, totally.
I can imagine if I did have a desk here, then I can access this closet space, which actually used to connect and was a bathroom, but now it's just kind of a strange passageway to, I guess it does connect to the other bedroom that way.
Yeah, it connects to the children's room.
Connects there. So at least for now it's blocked off, and that'll be nice for storage.
If we go to another chateau, then we can check out their gardens as well and see if they can offer some inspiration on what to do with our gardens, which we should go check out now. Since we're gonna go check out the fountain, I'm gonna put some boots on since we'll be walking through tall grass, and I wanna make sure I don't get bitten by a viper. And, ooh, there's blackberries. Look how ripe they look.
Oh, yeah. These taste good.
Yeah, they do.
We should get a few more.
Yep. So we're gonna go check out the Chateau garden now and the old Chateau fountain. You know, we should actually maybe grab some sticks to check the grass for vipers.
Okay, I got us some walking sticks. I couldn't actually find a stick, so this is your golf club.
I see that. Okay.
Um,
And what are you gonna use?
I brought a sword.
You got a sword!
Yeah, I mean snakes will be scared away by a sword. I've seen Harry Potter a few times. We clearly need to do some work here.
Yes, we do.
It's not retaining any of the water.
No, look, there's like huge holes. And I don't know, I could see like a bridge going over here and making it more of like a natural pond with like a gazebo in the middle. You gonna show me how to get down?
He's like, no, dude, I'm not even
Okay, well, I'm going. Ooh,
Oh, now you're...
it's like a little mushy.
Of the ideas that we have so far, the obvious one is to bring the fountain back to life, and
And the French gardens.
the French gardens, of course, but there's also the idea of making this like a big. I mean, this would be this would be a bit much, but if we were to make this into a big glass greenhouse, so we could maybe just put one staircase going down, and then you have like a terraced greenhouse that would be in. Oh, okay. The cat loves this idea.
Yeah, we could turn this into a big dome greenhouse. You know what that means?
We would have a greenhouse.
It means we could grow avocados and mangoes and bananas.
What about figs?
We could grow figs.
Can we grow figs without a greenhouse?
We can grow figs without a greenhouse. We just probably wouldn't have the tastiest figs because, like,
They got to be the tastiest figs. You know, why make them if they're not the tastiest figs? That's another really good aspect, is that being here, if the whole Chateau garden was fixed up, then you have the church bells literally right there every hour.
well, we could go to Fontainebleau, and they have some similarities in the history with our chateau. They're both chateaus built on medieval fortresses, and I think all the kings of France lived in Fontainebleau. So
Great.
we should be able to find some aspects from Louis XIII and Henry IV. This is a flying ant.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're going
I'm-
to battle our way back home.
During the expansion of Fontainebleau, our chateau was owned by the respective treasurers of the kings, which allowed us to benefit from the building materials, architects, and engineering of Fontainebleau. But they clearly had a bigger budget.
Look at the chandelier. Oh, I would love to have something like that in the stairwell of the chateau.
And it's really beautiful how they have these delicate patterns painted on the gold.
I really like the soft blue palette of this room. There's so much attention to detail. It's like every piece of the room is its own work of art.
And then all of these are herbal gardens, and it's called a parterre because the garden is on the ground level. But apparently, this formal garden is 11 acres. Do you want to shoot it? I love these. They're like little clouds with sugar on them. These parterres over here, they say on the website that they're herbal gardens, but it looks like it's a mix of herbal and pollinator flowers. I think it's nice. It's sauvage, which means wild, and it brings a lot of color. Oh, we should get a little rowboat like that for the lake at the chateau.
After walking through at least 10,000 of the 1,500 rooms that this Chateau Palace has, how are you inspired for redecorating the offices?
You can't walk through 10,000 rooms of a 1,500 room palace.
That's what it feels like we did.
Paintings on the ceiling that were really cool too. I really liked the clouds. I love clouds. I mean, look at these clouds. Can we paint these clouds on the ceiling?
We just got back from Chateau Fontainebleau, and I think it's time to sit for a while because that was a lot of walking.
It's a lot of walking. Admittedly, I think that I'm most attracted to all the pastel colors, the floral designs, and the foliage. I think it also is a little more aligned with art that came over with the Medici family, with Marie de Médicis when she married Henry IV, and was emulated throughout Louis XIII's reign. I really liked everything that was like this vibrant blue with gold, but I think that those colors are more from the Napoleon era, and I don't think that they're aligned with the chateau as much. And it also might be a little too much for our chateau.
So you're thinking doing some kind of pattern on the walls of the office.
Mm-hmm. And we can even do some paneling so that there's like separation of the patterns.
Okay.
And then maybe on the roof we could do a fresco.
On the roof or the ceiling?
The ceiling.
I could do it on the roof if you want.
No, the ceiling. I definitely meant the ceiling.
Pigeons are going to mess with it daily. I think that painting a mural on the ceiling, even if it's just a really simple, like blue with a little bit of clouds, like just having a sky there could be really nice. So you would like a garden that's useful?
Yes, I think that if we could do some sort of potager garden, that maybe we even have some partners in Paris, some restaurants in Paris that can come.
I think the idea of taking the fountain and making a big glass dome to create a greenhouse sounds amazing, but I can only imagine how much that would cost. Our 4 ideas so far are turning it into a huge glass greenhouse, creating a small amphitheater, turning it into a natural pond, or bringing back the old chateau fountain, which would look kind of like what we saw at Fontainebleau, where it's just you have a pool of water and then there's a geyser in the middle.
Yeah, and you know, maybe one day we'd be able to get a nice sculpture.
Maybe that would be cool. Yeah.
Maybe you could.
No, Nope. That's outside of my pay grade. I cannot do that.
Oh, well.
I'll just end up like taking one of the sculptures from Versailles and just putting it in my shirt and walking out.
Shh, don't say it on YouTube. People will know it's you.
That's all me. That's how I'm built. So you'll have to let us know which of those 4 ideas you like most, or if there's another idea you can come up with. We would really appreciate it.
Yeah, let us know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, then please consider subscribing for more to come.